Welcome back. It's Karen. Thanks for being here. As always, please hit the subscribe button or follow if you are on YouTube. If you are listening to this on podcasts, please follow along. Leave me a review. I would love it. It helps me so much and I really appreciate it. I hope you get something out of these episodes because I sure am. I want to share today something that's pretty easy to do, but a lot of people don't do it. Made a huge difference for me on my weight loss journey. I've lost over 110 pounds. I'm still trying to lose weight, so I'm still on that journey. I have a little bit more I want to lose, but I'm very proud of myself. I'm very happy that I was able to lose the weight. The number one question I always get is, how did you do it? I did a whole video on that. If you're interested in that, and please check it out on YouTube or on my podcast. It's never too late. I did a whole episode on losing that weight and how I did it. However, before I started that journey, I did something that I have never done. This is coming from a person who has been overweight over 45 years. I'm 60 years old and I never did this. I think it made such a big difference and anyone can do it. I wrote down all of my whys, and I have them here still in front of me. It's on an index card. I also wrote it down in my phone. I'm looking for my phone here just to show you on YouTube if you're watching this. It's in my notes app. I did another video about using my notes app for almost everything, but I always have my phone with me. But this one, I don't know, writing it down on paper did have a big impact on me. I wrote down a lot of different things on these index cards. I put them on a little ring. I would leave it in my purse. Sometimes I'd have it in my car. Let me tell you what this did for me. Before I would go into a challenging situation, maybe it was a party and I couldn't control what food was there. Maybe it was an event. Maybe it was a restaurant I was heading into. I would look at these cards, especially if I was hungry or maybe I was going in to work out and I didn't feel it. I would pull this out. What do I mean by my whys? This is something I wrote down at the beginning. What are my whys? Usually we would say, oh, we want to feel better. We want to get healthy. We want to look better. To me, that was too vague. I needed to get really serious and list my whys. And I'll be pretty vulnerable here and tell you what some of my whys were. For instance, my first one was to be done with it. I don't know how many of you can relate to this. I would wake up every day of my life thinking about my weight and how much I wanted to lose weight so badly. And I had tried everything under the sun. And every New Year's, that was one of my New Year's resolution. That was my number one New Year's resolution. I was tired of being overweight. If you have been overweight for any length of time, you know what I'm talking about. It consumes you. I wanted just to be done with it. I just wanted to live a so-called normal life and not have to think about this every single minute of every single day. So that was one of my big whys. I put it down first. I want to look better. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it's wrong to say that at all. I wanted my hips, my knees, my ankles to stop hurting. Carrying around the extra weight made it hard sometimes to walk around. At the time, I had really, really bad sciatic pain going down my leg. It was super hard to walk around. Of course, everyone said it's the weight you're carrying around. I want to do a whole nother episode on that because guess what? After I lost the majority of the weight, the sciatic pain came back full force. I don't necessarily agree with that consensus, I have to say, but it certainly wasn't helping me. I know that. It was going to lead to a lot more problems down the road. I just wanted to be able to walk a little bit easier, get around a little bit easier. I wanted to feel better, not only look better, I wanted to feel better overall. I wanted to gain more energy. I didn't like just running out of energy so often. I wanted to get better at golf. I had taken up golf. I live in Arizona. I thought that there was no reason for me not to be trying golf. There's a golf course, it seems like, on every corner here. You know, you can get golf lessons, you can do different things. I had taken so many lessons and it hit me. I was not getting any better. I mean, I know this is going to be a lifelong thing, right? But I wanted to at least just not embarrass myself. I remember I was at a lesson with an instructor who I really liked. I could tell she was getting frustrated with my swing. Okay, this might be TMI, but she said, Karen, I get it because I am also large in the chest area. And she said, you're going to have to figure out how to get your arms out there. I thought she's trying to be nice in a nice way because that my chest was getting in my way. It really was. I knew I could get better at golf and enjoy it more if I didn't have a huge chest. I knew that. I would always try to talk myself into being able to play golf because I said, I live on a golf course. I can see people out there who are not super fit and they're playing golf. I'm not judging them. Trust me. I am the last person to judge, but they're playing golf or they can hit it really far. And I thought they can do it. Why can't I do it? I realized my body was getting in the way of me enjoying golf. Again, I didn't want to be a superstar at this age. I just wanted to not embarrass myself and enjoy the game a little bit. So I wanted to get better at golf. I wanted to be able to buy cute clothes. My whole adult life, I have not been able to buy cute clothes. I talked about this on another episode, but when you're very overweight, especially in my younger years, there weren't many options for me where to buy clothes. There just wasn't. And plus size clothes were an afterthought for most stores. Most of the time, I don't know why, but they think we want to buy clothes that are huge floral prints and they're like moo and they have no style. That was how it was for a very long time. I would go into a store with friends or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, Karen, look around." I was always looking in the shoes and the jewelry, which I still love to this day. You can take a look at a store when you walk in when you're a plus size person, and you can know if this store is going to have anything for you or not. Odds are good they won't, unless they're known to be size inclusive. More and more stores are getting that way, I have to say, these days. Plus, you've got, the internet, and you can get online now. You have so many more options, but you still don't have as many options as the average person. So I wanted to be able to buy some cuter clothes and not just buy clothes because they were in the right size. Really, that's what it came down to. I could buy these pants and I would buy 4 pairs of them because they were the right size. Wanted to be able to expand my horizons a little bit. Another one I wrote down, I wanted to increase my confidence. Obviously, if you feel good, you look good, it just increases your confidence overall. I wanted to be able to do that. I wanted to work out so badly. Don't come at me because I know a lot of you are going to say you could work out. You're letting your weight get in the way. I couldn't work out. Let's be serious. I could walk. Yes, I could get on a treadmill. I did that for years. Could I go in and take a yoga class? No, I really couldn't. I tried, but you embarrass yourself. A lot of people judge you about it. I'm sorry. I'm just being really real here. So I couldn't do it. You do get comments in a gym environment. You do get looks. Yes, that maybe was a me issue, right? But it's not a welcoming environment. I wanted to be able to take workout classes so badly. I really did. My daughter was teaching yoga, ironically, right? She's super fit and biggest cheerleader I have. So I always say that. She was teaching. I would have loved to have been able to take one of her classes, but I didn't want to embarrass her. Number one. Number two, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I really wanted to be able to take workout classes. I wanted to take aqua aerobics. That was on this list. I know that sounds silly. A lot of people take aqua aerobics who are overweight because it's really good on your joints. And they're like, I don't care what I look like. I don't care if maybe I shouldn't be wearing a bathing suit. I'm just going to take it. That was not me. I did not want to get in a bathing suit in front of everyone, and especially if they're all in the pool and I'm arriving a little bit late and going in. I know a lot of people could care less. It was a me issue, but I wanted to be able to take aqua aerobics. I wanted to go to the pool more often. We have a beautiful pool in our neighborhood, but I was insecure going over there in a bathing suit. I wanted to use our facilities more. We have a hot tub in our backyard. I wanted to use that more often. This was a big one for me. I wanted to fit in an airplane seat better. I didn't want to have an extension on the seatbelt anymore. I think I talked about this as well on another episode. I'm sure some of you can relate to this, but when you need an extension on a seatbelt, you are treated very differently by 90% of the flight attendants out there. Many of them will say, yeah, I'll get it for you later, because I would always ask right when I get on because I don't want to make a big deal about it. I'll find you later. And sometimes they would get on the overhead speakers saying, who needed the seatbelt extension? It's like, and everybody would look. Or when you had people coming by and they realized they were going to sit next to you and they just kind of went like this. And they'd say things under their breath, like, at least this is a short flight. Or if they were with someone, they would argue about who was going to sit next to me. It's just an awful feeling, awful feeling. You're not super comfortable in these seats. I swear they're making them smaller as it is. So I wanted to not have to wear a seatbelt extension. I wanted to feel more comfortable in an airplane seat. That's a big one for me. I would travel more. I put travel more on here. Some of the places I wanted to go, I probably could not go as a woman at the weight I was at, 110 pounds heavier, because it was very active travel places. I still haven't gone there yet, but they're on my bucket list. And I know I can do it now. I wanted to travel more. I wanted to sleep better. My sciatic pain was keeping me awake every night. I wanted it to be easier to drive in the car. I know that sounds silly, but it was getting harder to get in and out of the car. And the seat could get damaged because of my weight when I was getting in and out of the car. I don't know if that makes sense. I wanted to do more fun things with my daughter. Like I said, she teaches yoga, but she could do so many things. I went on a trip with her to Hawaii and I just drove her around. She hiked on the Nepali coast by herself. She went down a waterfall. She went snorkeling. She did all these things. Not saying that I would be hiking on the Nepali coast, but maybe I would. Maybe I would have gone halfway, but I couldn't physically do that stuff. And not that she's always wanting to do these physical things, but I just couldn't. She loves hiking. She loves doing that kind of stuff. I just couldn't do it. So I wanted to be able to do some other things with her and with my husband. I wanted to feel in control. When you're overweight, or when I was very overweight, I didn't feel in control. Even though I was really controlling what I ate and thinking about it all the time, I just didn't feel in control. I wanted to get a new hairstyle. But I never felt like I could because of, my face and with the extra weight on it. I wanted to feel more comfortable going to the doctor's office. I'd given up on doctors because what do they always say? Just exercise more and eat less. That's your whole problem. Wow, I never ever thought of that, right? We never thought of that. They didn't get it. They just didn't get it that I was one of the most disciplined people out there and the weight was not coming off at all. My metabolism was screwed up big time. No matter what I did, I could not get the weight off. I just avoided going to the doctor. I really did. I wanted to be able to go get blood work done, check out how am I doing? What is my cholesterol? Uh, you know, basically, where do I stand? I'm happy to say now it's hysterical. I'm not one of the people who go every month, but I've taken care of a lot of stuff, including hormone stuff that I never would have done before. I just had my blood drawn today. Oh my gosh, I had to take it out of both arms for my hormones, but they check everything else. And a few years ago, I never would have done that. Never, because I would have been lectured about my weight. I was done with it, done with it. I wanted to live longer. Or hopefully live longer. I knew odds were good. I wasn't going to make it long on this earth. My father passed away in his 60s. I have a sister who passed away in her early 60s. And my mom, who was a very petite woman, she passed away later, but she had congestive heart failure. She had AFib. She had high cholesterol. It was genetic, a lot of it. She's very petite, so she wasn't overweight, but she had a lot of health issues. It can stall your lifespan. It can shorten your lifespan. I did want to live longer, but I wanted to live a healthy life. I wanted to feel good. I didn't want to end up in a healthcare facility in my later years. I wanted to live longer. Those were some of them. These are just giving you some ideas. I could probably add a whole nother list onto this. What I would do with this list is before I'd walk in a place that could be challenging for me, I'd pull it out. Either on my phone or on this. I would look it over. I would remind myself, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I am going to stick to my plan. This is my focus. This is my why. I don't want to lose it. The first one I listed, to be done with it, that really got me through a lot because I was so tired of thinking about this every minute of every day. That was my number one. When I would go through all of this other stuff, I went, wow, I want that. I want that. I was seeing results. I was losing weight, and I've never been a fast loser, but I was losing weight. So it motivated me, obviously, to be losing weight, but it also motivated me when I looked at my whys. So I highly, highly recommend this if you are trying to lose weight, to do this, to list out your whys. And you might be saying they're in my head. Write them down somewhere. It could be somewhere only you see it. That's what I recommend, at least. Put it on your phone, somewhere though you will look at it on a daily basis almost. So it keeps you focused. It really will motivate you. I mean, reading this today, I have not looked at this in gosh, probably almost a month now, but I'm looking through it and I'm going, yeah, I did that. I did that. I did that. But guess what? I want to maintain my weight loss. I still have more to lose, as I said, but for the same exact reasons. These are still my motivations. So I'm going to pull this out more often and look at it. It will keep me motivated to keep steady on my path, because it feels great to have accomplished a lot of this. I want to continue. I want to continue. I'm not going to sit here and say maintenance is harder than losing the weight, because I'm not knowledgeable enough on that to talk about it. I always hear that from people. While I get that, as a person who was not able to lose weight for 45 years, I would say losing the weight has been harder for sure. That doesn't mean I'm going to keep my eye off the ball, off of my whys. I want to maintain. I want to maintain. So highly recommend you do this. You can do this for anything, not just weight loss. I mean, if whatever reason, whatever goal you have in your life, really narrow down your whys and not just make it generic. I want to get healthy. I want to look better, which I had on here, but I had very specific things and I could picture that in my mind. That seatbelt extender, very specific in my mind. Highly recommended. It really changed my thinking for this weight loss journey. Follow along, hit the subscribe button, follow along on the podcast as well if you're interested. Follow me on social media. It's IGoByKaren on TikTok and on Instagram. Until next time, it's never too late.